Brad from wpsites.net. This is video number 13, the WordPress editor, which is part of the video tutorial series for beginners. Now, the WordPress editor is a very important part of WordPress. You'll have access to it on every add new page or edit post screen, and here's all the different features of the WordPress editor. Before we have a look at them, let's just have a look at a few other things that are very interesting and relate to the WordPress editor. One of those things is Windows Live Writer and Microsoft Word. You can actually use Windows Live Writer or Microsoft Word to publish posts to WordPress. So I've written a fairly extensive post on it here, which you'll find below the video on my site, and here's the title of this video. So if you're interested in using Microsoft Word and all the features Microsoft Word offers for creating blog posts, you can certainly do that, and it's quite a good feature of WordPress. There's also advanced editor plugins which you can add to WordPress, which add more features to the existing default features which you see here. Now, most of these little features here in the WordPress editor are very similar to a Microsoft Word document. So if you can use a Microsoft Word document and you're comfortable using Microsoft Word, you're not going to have any problems creating and publishing posts and pages in WordPress. So it really is a great little editor. It's not perfect, but it is a great editor and it is very easy to use. So let's just have a look at the different features of it. We'll put some text in here. I'll go to an existing post. Here we go, and I'll just show you what the features are. Basically, you've got the visual and the text editor. Now, the text editor, when you create text in the visual editor, create text, it actually creates HTML code, and you can click on the text button here and you can see that the HTML code which this text has created. Now, once you become experienced with WordPress, you may prefer simply to type the text directly into the text editor rather than into the visual editor, but when you first start, you're better off using the visual editor. So it's just a matter of writing in here like you'd write in a Word document or an email, and this will create the HTML, and then it's just a matter of previewing the post before you publish it. So let's go into a brand new post. We'll click on Add New Post. We'll just put in a title here, Demo Editor. Let's take a look at how the WordPress editor works and the different features of the editor. So as you can see, it's really easy. You just type the text in there, and now you've got all these different features here. We'll just have a quick look at these. If you want to bold something, you can bold it. You can make it italic. You can put a strike through it. You've got bullet lists here, so you can easily create bullet lists and more lists. You can make these a numbered list. You've got the quotes here. If you want to quote, you just highlight all the text that you want to quote and click on this, and we'll just preview that and have a look, see what it looks like. So every time you add some content here, you can just preview it to see what it'll look like when you publish it. So this is a preview button here. Now, this is a save draft, so make sure once you add a paragraph or two of content that you save the draft, just in case your internet cuts out or you have a problem with your computer battery or something like that. Now, you've got the different align features here. And so you can align center, align to the right, align to the left. You can create links. We've seen that before. You highlight the text which you want to link, click on the link, enter in the address to the page or the post, whether that be on your site or on an external site, and put in a description, open it in a new window if you like. It's best practice not to click that, but you can choose that, or you can simply choose from an existing post on your site down here. add the link there. So there's the link created. We'll just preview that and have a look at that. And here it is here. So you click on that link and that'll go through the page which we linked to. So that's pretty easy to use. You can insert the more tag here, and this tag will basically this will reduce the size. It'll create an excerpt basically and reduce the size of your post on an archive page, and it'll basically add a link called read more. So you can use that link. You've got a spell check here, so you can enable this spell check, and it comes in different languages there as well. Distraction-free writing mode, so you can actually create like a full screen editor. So you click on that, and everything else is removed. So this basically you've still got access to all the features of the editor, but you can it's basically filtered out all the other features of the WordPress dashboard, as you can see there. So we'll exit full screen, so you might find that handy. This is the kitchen sink, so when we click that, this is supposed to disappear, but it doesn't. I'm using the beta version of WordPress 3.5, which hasn't been released yet. Now the formatting here, which is very important. You want to make sure you mark up your subheadings, and usually use H3, what's called heading 3, to mark up your subheadings, or heading 2. Never heading 1, because H1 tag is used for the main title of the post, and that's the most important part for search engine optimization, the title of the post. So make sure you only use H2, H3 and so on down there. You can underline here. You can change the color of the text. There's lots of different colors you can use, so you might want to do that. If you're pasting content from a Word document or from an external source, you can paste it in here, and this will remove all the formatting so it doesn't mess up in your editor, and so it plays nicely with the WordPress editor. And there's one here for Word document as well. So if you want to create your content or your blog posts and your web pages in a Microsoft Word document, you can do that, and you can actually send them directly from the Microsoft Word document into WordPress, or you can copy and paste them into this screen here. So this helps clean up all the formatting so it plays nicely and it displays correctly. This will remove any formatting if you want to remove formatting. This is a handy little feature here. You can add little icons, little symbols. There's a whole range of different symbols if you want to add a copyright or a percentage sign or one of these types of signs. There's a whole stack of them here. So this is quite handy. It makes it a little bit different. There's lots of arrows and things you can add in here, as you can see here. So you might want to use some of the features there. Indent, I don't know what that is. I can't explain to you what it is. I've never used it before, but you might want to play around with that. Undo, you can undo the last changes, and this is quite handy. I use this a fair bit. If you want to go back and you make a mistake or something happens, you can undo all of that, so that's quite good. And there's some information here which is fairly basic, but you might want to have a look at this when you first get started with WordPress, because there's lots of little handy tips in there, and this will explain all the different things that you need to know about the WordPress editor. So it is a great editor. It is easy to use. Like I said before, if you can use a Microsoft Word document, you can use the WordPress editor. This is a very important feature of the editor, just above the editor, and this is for all your media. When you insert images, you basically just click here, you browse for them, find them on your desktop or wherever they are, and you insert them from here. So this is something we'll look at soon as well in one of the upcoming videos. So you can add that as a featured image. You can insert it into a post. There's lots of different things you can do there. So this is a really important part of the WordPress editor. One thing I do use the WordPress editor for is creating HTML code. As I said before, when you type the text into the visual editor, you'll see it creates HTML, which you can copy and paste from the text editor. So if you need to create links and you want to put them in any widget areas, like in your footer, in your sidebar, or if your theme offers a header widget area, you can easily do that. So you can just create the link, and you might want to link out to anywhere you like. You can create the link, and then we can go in the text editor, we can copy that HTML, and then you can go into your widget area. Now let's choose the text widget, which is very popular, and you can simply paste it in there, and that'll display in that widget area. And in this case it's the main sidebar. You may want to display it in the footer. You could put that in the footer. You can put it wherever you like. So that's something that you might want to use the WordPress editor for. Let's just have a look at what happened there. Demo editor. See, it just added it to the top of the sidebar widget area there. So that's a really handy feature, a little tip that you can use the WordPress editor for. So that's about it with the WordPress editor. Let's just have a look at the next video, and that is plugins. Now, WordPress plugins are probably the most popular feature in WordPress. There's over 21,000 different plugins now, and a very large percentage of them are free. Over 20,000 of them are free. So you can install a plugin and you can create an enormous range of different features and functions for your site. So we'll take a look at that in the next video. Thanks for watching, folks. Cheers, and see you next time.